Disclaimer. It no longer matters who's crazy and who's not. The world is on fire and no one is going to put it out for us. No matter your race, religion, or creed, we are all in this together. Questions and comments from anyone on any topic are welcome, so long as everyone is having fun. Life is short and nobody gets out alive. So be kind and let's have some fun. Welcome to Coffee Time with the Lion's Pride. Here are your hosts, Cassidae, Lightwing, and Kristin Harding. Hello and welcome to Coffee Time with the Lion's Pride with your host, Cassidae Lightwing, the Lion.
Roar.
And I am Kristin Harding. Welcome to the show.
Okay, all right. So first things first, Ray corrected me. It was not it was Vishnu, not Shiva. My bad. That just goes to show you how screwed up my nameology is.
Yes, you speak human, sort of.
Mm. Well, I was unsuccessful at training them to speak cat.
Ah, meow.
Later. First comment of the day goes to Draconis Black Flame with good morning evening.
Good morning, evening to you too, Draconis.
And then Luxavier, whose name I can't remember, and not because I've smoked too much weed, says,
Jack.
Jack.
Dropping by to say hi. Oh, wait, I forgot. Destroy Store signature thing. Gotta go.
And then Ray piped in with the proper thank you.
Correction. The fact checker checked our facts and found them to be inaccurate. Thank you, Ray.
Well,
Ray says
not the information, just the name.
Narashima.
Mhm.
Okay, Narasima.
Mhm.
Or Narasimha is the fourth avatar of Shiva. He isn't technically his own god.
Yep, yeah, that is true. However, by Western standards, like if you open up the D&D book of gods, you're
that
right.
Would be demigods and deities. Not that I'm a D&D fan or anything.
Nerdgasm! Multiple nerdgasm. Bukkake nerdgasm. That's what just happened. That's like that. Buck cake is that it? Not yeah. Buck. Don't look it up. Buck cake. It's a kind of cake. Now, but you have to understand, and Ray's not wrong, but you got to understand something about when you're dealing with the Vedras. Nothing is its own anything, except the source whose name I cannot remember. But it's not the deity people usually normally name as their source, but it's like the one even above that. And I cannot remember the name. I can almost never remember these names, but it's the one above Brahma. That is the only person who gets to be his own thing. According to the Vedras, you and I aren't even really here. We just think we're here. You see what I mean?
Dude, what a trip.
But by Western standards, he basically it is its own incarnation. That we put that in that box right there. Which is, by the way, one of the things that we're going to be covering soon is mythologues and the boxes people put things in, and why we're all talking about the same guys.
Yes, just different names.
Good evening, Matthias Dean. And he says the eye where you analyze Anthony, right?
Unknown.
I don't know. Probably.
Unknown. Who's Anthony?
Oh, by the way, that got me in trouble today. I got a story to tell you guys. I don't know who Anthony is.
You got in trouble from who?
Oh, this lady came down the stairs, was having my morning smoke, and I failed to realize that she was having a really, really bad day. So the very first thing I know that she was there, she's getting in my face, screaming at me, "Did you have something to do with this?" And I said, "Probably." It turned out that she was talking about the people that hurt her kids.
Oh dear, no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh dear, no. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, we ended up parting as friends.
One must never be flippant because you don't know what people are going through.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you didn't know. I get it.
And, yeah, and we like I said, we parted as friends. I explained to her, look, I just got out of a nightmare about my daughter being murdered. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I should have been nicer. No, I should have been nicer. No, it was really nice. It was really cool.
And see, that's just it in a nutshell right there, Cass. We need to remember we are all going through something. We just may not talk about it.
Oh, everything is what he said. The eye where you analyze everything, right? Okay, in that case, yes, but it's this eye.
The third
So,
eye, your
right,
pineal gland. Right there.
which is an ocular sensing organ. It really is an eye. That was one of the most shocking things in scientific history when they realized, oh crap, that third eye is really there.
You know when I realized it for me? I had my very first acupuncture, and I had a reaction there. And she looked at me and she said, "Are you spiritual?" And I said, "Oh, just a little." And she said, "Okay, okay, I can work with this." So yeah, that's when I got what she called uh the spaghetti treatment. So I had oregano oil and garlic oil and all these other essential oils. Yeah, it was cute.
Ray says, actually, I need to make a reaction. He is considered a. That's what he said. Oh, retraction, not reaction. Okay, okay, okay. Ray, respect.
Okay, let me read this. Actually, I need to make a retraction. He is considered a god, specifically of protection, destruction, yoga, and kala, time, the destroyer of evil and fear avatar of Vishnu.
Hmm.
And I don't know, David, I don't know who Johnny Amuro is.
Well, okay, I think Johnny. Do you remember the you, you might not remember. He was a viewer on the show, and he would say, Johnny invented time travel. Little Johnny wrote that.
Oh, I liked him.
I think that's him.
Oh, I remember that, and I thought that was just astonishing, and I was like, "Tell me more," because I'm one of those people that when they express that, I'm like, "Well, did you then do it yourself, or did you influence someone to help them?" Because I believe that we're all connected.
Yeah, yeah, I believe that's him. But
We
and you know me, from
never
moment to
intend to piss
moment.
anybody off, though, so please do extend apologies. It's not our intention to piss anybody
Yeah.
off.
But I mean, also at the same time, and I have to say this because it is a very aggressive time period, and I do have to speak aggressively during this time period for something else that I'm doing, which I will explain later. But I frankly don't give a damn because the other name he said was Ameru, and I don't care what Ameru thinks.
Mm.
But I don't think I'm thinking of the same Ameru you are.
No, because that was a Moreau.
Oh, I had it backwards. Okay, yeah. All right, all right. Carry on. I probably did the thing.
You did the thing,
But
Betty.
yeah, so um this is a time for the sons and daughters of uh
The light.
we were just talking about him, lion god,
Mhm.
Narashima. See, that's how bad the name problem is right there. Yeah, so this is a very special time for the sons and daughters of Narashima, and it is a very, very, very bad time for the Dracos. And we've had people ask me this before around this time of year. Why do you always announce it? Shouldn't it be secret? No.
No,
No.
no. The thing is, we have been bombarded this week
Oh
with
yeah.
doubt, worry, and fear.
Hmm.
And even I fit into it. And that says a lot because usually I'm so firm on my path. I know every which step, da 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 da. I know who I'm working with. I trust who I'm working with. I love who I'm working with. And then it was like I fell into quicksand for a minute there. And I found myself doubting everything I have ever known. And I was like, something's going on here. So I took a step back And for me, one of the cleansing things that I do is I just simply take showers and think. And I was like, oh, you know what? You fit into fear. You fit into doubt. You fit into worry. Shame on you. And I was like, no, no shame on me. No, no, no. This is what everybody is feeling right now. All you have to do is confront it, though, and find out the truth. Because when you find out the truth, it's not hard to say, I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Right, Cass? Isn't that what I said? I'm
Yes.
glad to be wrong.
Yes, and that's a very wise thing to say. I am sorry, my squirrel brain got distracted by this. I had
Danny,
to I had to run it in my head like, "Wait, no, not for real." Oh,
yes,
it
it does.
does.
It does. Mind blown.
Someday mother will die and I'll get the money. Do, 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 do.
No, no,
You,
no, 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 no.
well, no, it's a song. It's a song. It's a song. You son of a bitch. I palindrome. I palindrome. I palindrome. I palindrome. 'Cause I am a snakehead eating the head of the opposite side. I palindrome. And yes, Dunnings, that was for you.
Are you done
Had
with your
to.
spell yet?
No, not by half. In fact, tonight, one of the things that we're going to do tonight is a little thing that's reminiscent of human sacrifice. We're going to be collecting third eyes tonight.
Sounds yummy.
Oh yeah,
Shrek says
and
it's really good on toast.
that's true. It's true, but that's not what we're using them for. Now, like I said, tonight is Narushima night, and y'all cast curses at my baby. So now. Mhm. Now the cool part is they're going to notice nothing going wrong with their life, and they're going to think, "Oh, we beat Lightwing." But then they're going to remember that I said this speech, and they're going to be like, "Oh no!" And just when they convince themselves that nothing's going to happen, then that thing we talked about earlier is going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Watch your
So
back.
Sarah and Bree, run, you little cockroaches. Anyway, now I had to get that out. So to let you guys in on that little song, the music of "They Might Be Giants" is extremely important to the Dunning family. We've spoken in code back and forth in crowded rooms to each other in lyrics from "They Might Be Giants." That song from "They Might Be Giants" is called "I Palindrome I."
Okay.
And if you look up the lyrics, you'll see it has a little bit something to do with a matriarch of the family.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I said, that spoke volumes. They're going to claim it didn't, but it did. So yeah, doubt. It's a sumbitch.
So please tell me why now in my head I am hearing, I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
We belong together on this stage. Why is that?
Because I am the calm and you are the storm.
Yin yang. You are Christly forgiveness incarnate. I ain't
I've been
Jesus.
forgiven. I've been forgiven. When
Yeah,
you've been forgiven, it's easier to forgive.
yeah, that's true.
You have not experienced that.
Yes, I have. But that's not what it's about. See,
No,
humans and
let
bird
me,
lizards both.
un moment, s'il vous plaît. I mean, in your family. Your family,
Oh,
your family betrayed you. Your family found fault with you. Your family never tried to understand you. You see?
They
Mine
took
finally
advantage of the
decided
system.
that they didn't care, and that I could be as flaky as I wanted to be and be little Sister Sunshine or Sister Moonbeam, like in Cheech and Chong, and it's
Right.
okay.
No, I tried that. I tried the path of the hippie. And I don't say that derivatively, folks. If you know me at all, you know how much I love hippies. Truly. That's like some agape shit there. Anyway, but yeah, no, I tried that path. Didn't work. So basically,
My family was not of the same religion as your family, and my family was not out for vengeance. They just didn't understand me. Big difference.
yeah. So as you are the white yang, I am the black yin, and I am not Jesus. And it's not even about forgiveness. It's about protection. And that's why I bring up Narashima as on specifically, on this day. It's about protecting other children. Because if they'll do that to me, they'll do that to Alex and Ryan's little ones too. And the answer is no. Besides which, the turning of the tide is almost upon us, wherein you will start to hear of the cartels going to war with one another over the child trafficking. Um, Memmon's workings are coming to the forefront. He cannot hide. He cannot hide. And today is a day of great rejoicing. Mass meditations all around the world. Today is a day that you need to grasp for yourself and make whatever you need to out of it. For me, it's about putting a stone wall between those evil,
Doers?
demonized bastards and any more children.
Hmm.
So yeah, I like that. Very good, very well said. Light chases dark, and dark chases light. So, but yeah, so today
Cats,
is a good day, and I am hyped up.
cats in the cradle stops here. How you treat your children is how they will grow up. If you stop the family curses, if you stop the family behavior that you found painful and don't allow that, you are actually lifting that.
Yeah,
I did it without even knowing what I was doing. I was just like, no, I don't want that for my children. But most people don't go that deep.
and to be fair, they don't really feel what we feel.
Mm,
And I
mm.
hate to say it, but I kind of delight in turning it on humans. They don't feel the pain the same way we do. Sorry.
No, you have a valid point. We have a different perspective.
Right. I'm
We
not saying
see
their
the
pain
whole
is
thing.
lesser.
Yeah, we see it differently because our soul remembers.
I just thought it was amusing because that's one of the ways they used to dehumanize each other. And it just, my sense of humor is a little dark today, folks. Come with me.
Tis,
Would you like to read Ray's
but
comment?
but buckle up. I'd like to point out Narashima is believed to believed to end religious persecution, looks at Jehovah's Witnesses and calamity and restore dharma, which is the duty, because karma is the result of your action, but dharma is your duty. So she
Mhm.
said duty. Well,
Now,
before somebody else said it, I said it first.
interestingly enough, the duties and things of that Narashima is supposedly, the lord of. If you look on back to the Judaism, that's what the first living creature is supposed to do. Mhm. There's a reason. All these things work together. Now, if you are a non-believer, right, if you're a scientific person, you could easily go all the way back to, if you're a scientific, minded person, I'm sure you believe in the cradle of life theory, which posits that humans all broke off from the same species in sub-Saharan Africa. Cool. But that also explains why all of these beings are actually the same being. The truth will always point to itself, no matter what language you try to describe it in.
Hmm. And it
So,
resonates inside of you.
mhm. And that's also why it's a real pain in the ass to debate a starseed in debate.
Hello, Sabrina.
I think we're fighting over the controls. We're both trying to bring it up at the same time. Hey, my hand, hands. Sabrina, I say heart, heart, heart to you as well. Oh, I should have put a little bit of funk on that. I should have said heart, heart.
Heart, 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 heart.
Yeah. So I thought I would accentuate a little bit about what we had to talk about, by pointing out how it relates to me personally. That
Okay.
is where we're done with that part. No more talking about the Dunning family. They do not deserve it.
Okay.
So, doubt.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't even know where to friggin' start. Um, I've often said on this show that it's gotten so bad, the society of secrecy, it's gone too far, you know, to the
Oh,
point
the
that I don't even
whispers,
trust. No, no, not the whispers.
or
No,
what?
deception. Mm.
Yeah.
See, that's the head injury, folks. I can't even remember the simplest word sometimes. The energy of deception is saturating this. There's that
Yeah.
freaking shit again.
We are all waiting for the next shoe to drop. We are like, our anxiety is off the charts, and we don't know why. So anything that will give us a reason, we tap into it without even thinking about it.
Right. And that's playing out on the world stage. So the energy of deception is too strong. I don't even trust my own people's records. You know,
Hmm.
what can you trust? Nothing. You can trust nothing in the world right now other than what you can see, feel, and have faith in.
Yeah. One day at a
You know,
time. That's how I'm taking it.
yeah. And by
And
the way,
there's
that
some
includes
wisdom
religion.
there.
Religion and
But,
faith, not the same thing.
right. Religion is of man, faith is how you feel about your higher power. Like
That's a
that?
good way to put it.
Hmm.
I like that. Sabrina says it won't stop buffering. I think that's your download speed. If you could find a way to refresh it, or maybe like check on YouTube instead of Facebook, because like sometimes people get better reception on one of the other platforms. Hey, Bobby.
Sometimes, sometimes just going out, coming back in, and then tapping on the live, you know,
Yeah,
will take you right to where we need to be. Hi, Bobby. Because I've got internet,
yeah.
and you've got internet, so hopefully it will stop the buffering.
Hopefully. So at the risk of sounding like I'm meandering, so really quick, if you guys are interested, look up aphasia. That's the condition that I'm suffering with, and that's hitting really hard. Your brain won't say the word. You can remember the word sometimes, but you won't say it. All
Hmm.
right. So that being said, the energy of deception too strong. We must all, yeah, yeah, all that stuff. The aphasia is so bad, I'm forgetting where I was in the dang. I need a top hat and a cane so I can like do a little dance.
Putting on
Um,
the rinse,
yeah, put it on the road.
right? Race car was meal,
Ah,
LMLMAO.
Shiloh. That figures. That figures. Okay, seriously, I'm completely screwed up. Where was I? What was I talking about?
We were talking about doubt.
Right, but where were we in the conversation? I can't remember when I am.
Oh boy. Let's pick a point then. Um, we were just basically talking about the buffering, and then we were talking to other people. So let's just move on, okay?
Oh, no, no, thank you, thank you. Okay, so here's the thing. There's a point to all this deception. Okay, and like a lot of the libertarians and conspiracy-minded folks will throw their favorite reasons out, and many of those reasons are true. Um, I want to make a joke here about a really really obscure belief, yeah, but that one's not true. But it's 2024.
And
Nothing's out the door at this point. So there's lots of reasons, and many of those reasons are valid, control reasons, political reasons. But there's something else that I've not seen anyone talk about at all, and that makes me worried because if I'm the first one to have to talk about this, we're in trouble. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
okay,
I, everything in me wants to give up trying to talk to humans, but I'm going to try. So faith. What is faith? Now you just gave a really really good definition of faith. But it's important to note here that faith has literally nothing to do with religion whatsoever.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Right.
Religion is of man. Man created it. God never said do it. Man created it.
Exactly. Whether no matter how positive your view of religion is, you have to admit that it's of man.
Mhm.
Even the really super fundamentalists have to admit that something hiccuped somewhere and it sure wasn't God.
No.
Okay. Now that applies to every
613.
Hmm?
613. There were 613 things that you had to do to be able to go to heaven before Christ came.
Right.
And
That yeah,
some of those were so impossible you couldn't do them unless you were a rabbi. It was a pretty
exactly.
lonely place in heaven, wasn't it? And then
Yeah.
Christ came and said, I want everybody in heaven. Go, continue.
It's funny that you bring that up. I actually made a post earlier in today expressing my hatred of Zoroastrianism over women's menstruation, and it sat up there for about 10 minutes before I realized I probably shouldn't post that and took it down. Um, okay, so Zoroastrianism is one of the harshest religions ever on women, and it is absolutely terrifying. If you think it's bad, like the Judaism said that women are unclean where they're menstruating. Yeah, no. Um, Basically, in Zoroastrianism, the default place is any woman who ever menstruates is going to hell. Okay, but her husband and her family could buy her out of it. Now, any Zoroastrians listen to this are hear me. They're gonna go, "That's not true." Yeah, that's because you aren't real Zoroastrians. Real
Excuse
Zoroastrians,
me.
shut up.
Biology says that one must menstruate to have children.
Yeah, but there's
Please
this. Okay,
tell
so you know
me
how
how that could ever work. Do they not want any children?
the law in Zoroastrianism, if a woman is menstruating, she's not allowed to eat most foods. She's not allowed to approach anywhere where food's being made. She's not allowed to approach her home. She is not allowed to approach a fire for warmth.
Hmm.
And the prescribed hell for women who do any of those things while menstruating is to have to be force fed semen for all eternity, unless she is
And
bought out by her husband and family. And they call
uh,
themselves the most tolerant religion. Bullshit.
lizard people.
Lizard people. And Zoroaster, if you are still alive, you better stay the fuck away from my planet because you're on my list.
And I will say it is defended, just like Doctor Who. This
Yeah.
planet is defended.
Yes.
And there is actually a call coming out to all the star seeds right now to activate.
Right.
If you have been afraid of your mission, it's time. If you have been concerned that they would label you crazy, really? With all the
Don't
things
worry.
that are
We
going
got that
on,
one for
don't
you.
worry about it because there are a lot crazier things going on. If you think that you might be an ultra terrestrial, you probably are. If your eyes go to heaven every night when you go out and stargaze, you're probably not from here, and that's okay. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you a demon. It doesn't make you dark. It means that you're part of an army that was sent here so that we could win, so that
Mhm.
we can ascend. I don't know how to make it any clearer to people that you have to participate by staying positive, because then you can't feed into the fear. You can't feed into the doubt. You can't feed into the anxiety.
Right.
There, I'm off my soapbox now. I don't know why I even said all that, but
The
it was
spirit
me.
moved you, and you notice
Whew,
I moved out of the way.
whew.
No, and that's exactly what we're trying to talk about. That's exactly what the deception does. It makes doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, now that doesn't seem like such a big deal. You know, a lot of the great thinkers like George Carlin would be like, "Oh yeah, let me guess, you believe in religion, so you don't want people to doubt you, huh?" Okay, that's not an unfair question, but it's not me that the doubt they're putting on you is where I don't see any billboards that say don't trust Cassidy.
Right?
It's meant to make you doubt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and not just in existential spiritual, maybe even mumbo jumbo if you choose to believe that way, fashions. If you doubt yourself enough, you won't negotiate for a better paycheck. Like, women have been getting the wrong end of that stick since 1964. They told women, oh, no, 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 don't negotiate or you might not get the job. No, that's not the way it works. Okay.
I told one boss, if I bring in the same amount of sales as that young man, will you give me the same amount of money? And he said, no. I said, then why would I?
Yeah, well then F that guy and the A in particular,
No,
you
but
know.
why would I? And he was like, oh, I never thought of it that way. So, you know me, I'm a little bit of a quiet alpha. I
Mhm.
doubled his sales and I got the promotion.
See, that's what I mean though. That's that confident. If you had the doubt, you might not have
You
been as
couldn't do
strong.
it.
You're made of
Yeah,
sterner stuff, but you know,
yeah, yeah.
so even in just daily life, if you have the doubt that you can pass the test, you're gonna get a lower grade. They've tested this. It's science now, and the good kind of science, not the crazy science. The science that you can see and feel for yourself. Bobby says, "That's beautiful, Kristen. Thank you." He says, "I notice so much of what you said absolutely rocks me to my core. The truth often does." And for those of you who are just listening, that was a chuff of approval, not a snort of derision. I keep forgetting
Merci.
we're putting these on podcast.
Yes, merci.
He says, "You speak so many axioms." Truth. She does. We just had a conversation about this. I think the whole purpose of the show was to be passed into her hands because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, she disagrees.
I said that I am Sunny and you are Cher, and I don't want to work without you.
And Jenny peeks out of the shower and says, "Does that mean I've got nice boobs like Cher?" Do you guys
Nice
have any
set.
idea how? Anyway, something's red in here. I don't know. It's casting this weird light over just my face. So yeah, doubt, doubt. So yeah,
Doubt is a weed that once it's in your garden, it's really hard to kill.
I've been
You
trying.
have you have to go in there and find what the truth is. And then once you see it for that doubt for the weed that it is, then you can take your weed whacker and go and take care of it. But until you can identify what it is, it will take over your head and give you mind bombs and restless nights. And no matter how much weed you might smoke, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
And that's when you know that you have some thinking to do, Lucy.
No.
Yeah. Because generally, when there's a misunderstanding, it's a misunderstanding. It's not intentional.
Exactly. So yeah,
Now,
be
in the
be
case of those who may curse us, my grandma had this wonderful thing that she used to say, and she would say it like this: "Here's to those who wish us well, and those that don't can go to hell."
and now keep in mind, we are being more combative than we normally are. This is on purpose because we're honoring the energy. This is not like a return to the drama days. We're done with
No,
those.
no, yeah.
And every time I say that, I want to make the dromedary joke, but I can't remember what it is. It's a science joke.
Isn't dromedary a fig?
I can't remember. I can't remember what it is. It could be a type of goat for all I can remember. Or
Bobby,
my
yes,
luck, it's probably a kind of whale.
42. Bobby says, "Ah, I seriously believe that you guys need a bigger platform. It's in the works."
Yes, yes. We can actually talk about that now. The channel is growing. It
And
almost got destroyed.
Yep. Joe Pulowski says, "That's a great toast."
Oh, there we go.
I don't get it. Camel?
Hump day.
Unknown. Unknown. It's
And
not
by the way,
hump day,
this
it's
isn't
Friday.
alcohol, it's a candle.
And it's Friday. No camel.
So, yeah, really quick side. I am so happy Shannon found these candles because number one, they smell awesome, but I can't wait to drink out of this cup.
I have some like that. And
I
I
it just
removed the wax and removed the wick part. And they are one of my favorite drinking glasses too. I had to look it up to make sure, that it was okie dokie smoky, that there wasn't like chemicals in there that were gonna pollute us. But yeah, it's safe to drink out of those.
right, get the light, dang it. Check this out. Okay, that was hot. Look at the way it sparkles in each little bubble. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Like, I'm almost getting fascinated looking. I
A
love it.
drama llama? Oh, that's cute.
Oh, okay, there we go. Ah, okay. Yeah,
See?
not smart. Yeah, exactly. All right, Ray, you
Well,
can get the
for
lights now.
me, I'm thrifty, and so if I see a candle like that that I can utilize as a glass later, I'm like, well, that's the
Mhm.
one for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really bad about containers. If it has a cool container, I want to keep it. And Ray can tell you, I have boxes and boxes of empty containers.
This one too.
Yeah.
This is the perfect size for apple juice in the morning.
Yeah, that's good. He says, big shout out to my sister Shannon and little brother Ray.
Aw.
Did you hear that, Bobby? Oh, Shannon's asleep.
Well, we'll just make sure that Shannon knows, Bobby. Thank you.
Now, as to your earlier comment, I'm going to address it. I didn't miss it, but I'm going to address it after we're done talking about what I'm talking about. So yeah, no, so if doubt can do so much havoc like it has done with all of the I'm using myself as an example, not drama, with all of the like rumors that can be done about somebody and anyone, I'm pretty sure everyone here has had a nasty rumor started about them. Now that kills your doubt, right? Or sorry, it kills your confidence in that person.
Yes,
So
yes.
if the environment is so confusing that even diehard people, like diehard political analysts, if they're dizzy, how do you think everybody else is going to be? And
Right?
if your doubt is so screwed up that you can't even act politically, who could ever expect you to be able to manage your own light and master your own spirit? Yes. You see what I mean? You have to have, and one of the reasons why I embraced how crazy I am. I am crazy and it hurts to be this crazy. But one of the advantages is this. you truly have to have a legally insane level of confidence to master light work. All right. Even like the fantasy novels and histories,
I never thought of it
report
like
that.
that. I never
Oh,
thought of it
really?
like that. No,
Ha!
because in a way you're right, because it's
You
almost
have
like a how dare we think that we are something more. But it's not a question of that. It is a question of we know we can do this, we feel we must. It's our gift to share. Why wouldn't we?
right. And how else are you going to generate enough energy to bend reality? From a butt? Like a special butt engine where you squeeze it and a fart comes out and then that fart becomes pixie dust or something? Is that, you know? No, but in all seriousness,
Ew.
every
Yeah.
person that you would call a wizard throughout history is also a bloody lunatic. All right? Take my man Tesla. God rest both of their souls. Okay? If he had been born in the medieval period, wizard. Period. Just done. All right.
Hmm.
Same thing with I want to say Harry, not Harry Ford, the guy that made the big plane and then he went crazy because he developed a fear of round items. Um, he made the spruce goose, the
Are you talking about the Wright
major
brothers?
American. No, a major American like hero because he invented all this aviation stuff and he went absolutely mad at the end. And I can't remember his name.
That's unfortunate. Ray, look it up, please.
Ray, look up the designer of the spruce goose. And yes, that's a real plane. I'm not making shit up. Shiloh says never trust a fart.
Oh, especially
Exactly.
if you're over 50.
Yeah. Or approaching 50.
Yeah,
All right. Now I
I
know
know
who
who
that Facebook
that
user
is.
is.
Hi,
Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin. Got jinx. But yeah, so you have to be insane to have enough confidence. And even aside from like great late leaps of science, you know, who's the guy? Oh, the aphasia is so bad today. KFC. He invented KFC.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, he had to be loony to keep trying the same thing over and over and over again. But he had a literally supernatural level of confidence in himself. Not supernatural as in you guys can't achieve it, supernatural as in the willpower of man can dominate the stars.
But
Okay.
his 11 herbs and spices were pretty tasty before they made it into a genetically modified thing.
Oh,
So
mm,
his product sold itself. That was the thing. Anybody that really tasted it, and that's the thing. He, his confidence, yes, was astonishing to keep going, keep going, keep going. But we both know that trying the same thing over and over again the same way is the definition of crazy.
yeah, he tried 1,000 different people. If you tried it 1,000 times with the same person, as George Carlin would say, you got yourself a stupid kid at that point. Howard Hughes, thank you, Ray. Ha. But yeah, so even the modern men of
The billionaire
engineering, yeah,
that ended up alone?
because he
Mm.
went absolutely nut fudgingly insane. He stopped cutting his nails and washing his hair. He became terrified of round objects. Like he developed these terrible phobias of the weirdest things.
And
But the
didn't
thing
he like
is,
pee in bottles and stuff?
yep, and
Yeah,
sometimes he drank it.
really
And
weird behavior.
yeah,
And
interestingly enough, a lot of the really, really great geniuses develop the same fear of round objects. And I've got a theory
mm,
about that, but that's for another episode.
flowers for Algernon.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys haven't if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, do it. So all of this doubt, it comes around and it comes around and it comes around and it clouds your heart. Okay. The thing is yes, you do have to have a supernatural, crazy level of belief in yourself and faith in yourself, not just faith in a God, but also faith in yourself that you can reach out and be heard. And that's what most Christians don't get. But Peter got it, and that's why he's Peter and not somebody else's Peter.
Hmm.
But yeah, Here's the thing, you don't need that supernatural level. All you need is enough belief in yourself that you can change your situation, and you can. We are proof. We have cheat codes. Maybe bad example, but it's true.
Drex says, the thing is, the crazy part is after trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome, when you finally get it, sometimes you can figure out the thing that actually changed. And yes,
Yes.
that is the thing, you know, if you have the core of it, but you just need to change just a little bit of it, you're on the right path. You just haven't made it yet.
Yeah, that's the adaptability part of the equation. We ca I came up we came
I
up with a
have
couple of
no idea
equations.
why you're amazing.
Exactly. You taught me how to talk to Shannon again. You don't get
Hmm.
to bitch. And you reminded me of my vow to Shar. You don't get to complain.
And he stood up for me,
Mhm.
and he didn't have to. And I really appreciate that because that's loyalty.
I have
Drex says the
suspicions
same
now.
thing over and over, but is it really exactly the same each time? No.
That see, that goes
Heraclitus.
right back to Schuler
It goes
or
right back to Schrodinger.
Schrodinger.
Heraclitus. A man cannot cross the same river twice, for he is not the same man and it is not the same river.
Yes. And there's a version of that in pretty much every enlightened society. And that includes the Vikings, by the way. They were way more enlightened than people think. Yeah, you guys will notice that the
I
Vikings
wouldn't know
stopped being
anything
marauders.
about that.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, though, you guys ever notice that Vikings stopped being marauders the second they could get proper agriculture in their homes? They were done with it. They never wanted to be that way in the first place. I'm sure like this the most super aggressive alpha males, but well, I should say beta males. Those aren't really alphas.
Be
Totally other
nice
episode.
about my great grandfather, Rollo the Viking.
Um, I'm hoping to talk you into playing a Viking in D&D. So yeah, or a high elf paladin. Either
That would
way,
be more
I'm good.
likely. I speak
All
elf.
right, he says, but you can die in the same water. Oh, okay. No, I missed it. Okay, I asked my ex. You do it. I can't do it. My
That's
brain is
my
broken.
ex. I have to fix everything.
Mm.
I
But you can die
think,
in the same water.
well,
Did I make him
he's
mad?
say no, 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 no. He's responding to the Heraclitus, the river.
Oh,
It's being
okay.
punny. It's being silly. It's being punny. It's okie
I,
dokie
I
smoky.
was like,
We are
I
not,
was like, what I do now?
Daddy. Okay, Betty. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Ask my ex. I have to fix everything. It takes two. If one is being judgmental and unkind, yeah, then you can pull that back.
Right.
But it usually takes two, and it's usually because of a misunderstanding. But that love doesn't die. I have a husband that I sat with right next to, and his beautiful wife, and we watched our son get married. There was no animosity. It was just joy. That's how you can be. If you remember that you don't have to turn off the love that you felt for the person, just establish boundaries so that you don't make the current one uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's good wisdom right there. So yeah,
I
let me
seem
wrap
to
up
be
what I want to say
talking a
about.
lot today. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We both got the energy, and I will shut the MRFer up anytime your voice wants to. If I register it, sometimes it takes me a second. Like my brain will go, "Hey, idiot, idiot! She's been talking for a while now."
Drax says, I just need crazy to bounce my crazy off to make sense.
Working on it.
Do you know that if you say something out loud, if you wonder how it's going to sound and you say it out loud, you can hear yourself saying it and then find the truth? Shiloh Brown says definitely not the same water particles when crossing the river dries, right? Think about the mud you stir up. Think about the shells you stir up, the stones. Everything changes.
Yeah. There's a really good Buddhism story about that I love to tell. Not going to tell right now, but sometime.
Well, if no one, okay, if blame is being cast only at you and they are claiming they are perfect, then there's more to the story,
Then they're trying to
you
sell
know?
something.
Right? So take what you know to be the things that you can improve on. The way I look at it is your house is on fire, and you can only take those things that are incredibly important to you because then you need to go find a new place and a new beginning, right? So
Right.
only take those positive things with you and leave the rest to just burn.
Burn!
Baby burn.
Burn! First we eat the piggy, and then together we burn.
Fire,
That's a very
fire,
obscure
fire.
joke.
So's mine.
No, that was Beavis and Butthead. They're world famous. Um, Adam Sandler. That's a really, really obscure Adam Sandler joke. I couldn't remember his name. And then, yeah, I'm not going to read that one out loud.
Thank you, Kevin. That's kind. My wonderful husband says the same thing about his ex. She was on fire. I'd pee on her. Okay, so that is a level. That's a beginning. That's a start. Now, if you can forgive yourself, for shall we say, wanting to pee on her instead of like douse her with water, then that's a better start.
Drax says, I got lots to say, but I can't just riff without a conversation. I got something to add to. Actually, I have a solution for that one. You me and Kristin need to have a discussion soon. Yeah, we're working on the projects for the YouTube. That's what we're talking
Yep,
about.
yep.
And that's not a dodge. That's literally what we need to talk about. We're getting a children's story time channel going and an esports channel going. He says, "Oh no, I don't hate her. I'm just glad it's over." That's fair. That's fair.
There is, because then it means that, like I said, you can take the good parts, remember those, don't have any like hostility. If you can work through that hostility and let go of your right to be angry with her.
So
We've,
okay,
we've
so
been working with that one, haven't we?
okay, so does it count as hostility if I would immediately put my enemy, you know who I'm talking about, out? If I immediately put her out, but only because I like my meat raw, would that then be hostility? What? It's an honest question. One of my favorite characters to do is the fakely innocent schoolboy, who's
Mhm,
English for some reason.
mhm. Because you hate the English. Let's see. I got lots to say. We did that one. I don't hate it, but it's over. Bobby says, it's been so long. Since I've listened to you guys. I've missed, I've so missed you, both of you. Dead set love you. I'm not sure about peeing on my exes. Good. Thank you, Bobby. They might enjoy it.
Hey,
Sorry.
everybody's got a
They
fetish.
wanted golden showers.
I'm not allowed to judge.
Oh, dear. Hmm.
All right, so it's almost an hour. I want to wrap up what I wanted to say about doubt and today specifically because it actually is important, and then we can go in. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So doubt, freakish amount of self confidence. Okay, so you don't need ha 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 ha. Not everybody needs to have that level of self confidence. Okay, it takes all kinds. Right.
Hmm.
We need to be. Somebody needs to be, cooks. Somebody needs to be artists. Somebody needs to be movie stars. Somebody needs to be the garbage man. All positions, high and low, must be filled. Okay, not everybody can be a wizard. And quite frankly, you don't want none. You think you want some until you get some, and then you realize you don't want none. All right. It's one of the reasons why shamans have survived when so many other magical traditions have gone from this earth is because shamans, along with the magic, take the responsibility. Therefore, they don't get burned at the stake as often.
Mm.
So now, not everybody needs it, and that's a good thing. Specifically on today, because here's what it is: every human is a drop in the bucket, and yeah, that meant to feel small until you realize just how many other humans are falling in the same bucket with you. Your brothers and sisters, your tribe, if you will, people who are aligned with your alignment. There, the meditations going out today are for all kinds, and yes, that means for you dark workers too. Um, God doesn't seem to distinguish much, and
God
I'm talking
created
about God of
all
every
things. God created all things. It's man which decides what's right and wrong.
one of my favorite
Quoting,
lines in that movie.
yeah, well, quote the movie.
Beautiful creatures.
There we go.
Yeah, and it's that's one of the hardest things to realize and truly accept when you get into the deeper aspects of light work or whatever you wish to call your will working tradition of choice, is understanding that the system is beyond us. The meat brain literally cannot understand it. Okay, if you were to be gifted the knowledge. Okay, so check
Mm.
this out. They did an experiment once. There's this old story that if you were ever to look into the face of God, you would die. Okay, and then in other versions, your head will explode, but it's all around the world. So what they actually did an experiment, and they were shocked to find that if you were to turn on the brain, all of the brain's neurons at the exact same time, you'd flash boil the brain. There's a reason why only so much of the brain works at any given time,
Yeah.
and it's not that 10% nonsense. So we are put here not to understand this, but to cope. Now, different people and different beliefs will say different reasons why we're here, but we all must understand that each of us is just as a single drop in this bucket, and on days like today, we can make that count.
Because we're all just walking each other home.
Exactly. So no, you don't have to have that crazy level of faith. You don't have to walk that path. There are others that'll walk that path. You just walk yours, okay?
You do you, boo.
Exactly. All we need is a unified feeling. And today is a good day for that because every human everywhere understands protecting children. Even those cultists of Mammon who are currently trying to exploit it, they know it's holy and it's to be protected, which is why they're trying to exploit it. Run, cockroaches, run! I'm sorry, something got caught in my throat.
Could you say that again? I didn't quite catch it.
Oh, I said, run, cockroaches, run. Oh, sorry, I forgot to
Oh,
cough that time.
I see.
So today, we can all, everyone everywhere, has the same exact inner need. The question is, put it in your mental need. So take today, folks, and think about what you want. Meditate on it.
Hmm.
Okay, make it into a plan. Write it down. Do anything that to create some kind of mnemonic for your ultimate plan for yourself. Okay, and even if that is, I plan to kill Cassidae. Go ahead.
Don't.
I've
No,
got
that's a
bad
bad
news
plan.
for you,
I,
though.
I don't like
No,
that plan. No, sorry, I don't like that plan.
but it's so much fun.
No, I'm standing in the way of that plan.
Oh,
Rewind.
see.
Delete.
Okay, okay, okay.
Got white
No more.
out. Mm-hmm. Got white
Drax
out.
says, Drax says, I'm
I'm
blue,
blue.
dabba dee, dabba die, dabba dee, dabba die, dabba dee, dabba die. It's a crazy little thing called love. I am not a radio station.
He's good at song cues,
All right.
though, isn't he?
Okay,
Is
so
that all for
I
now, dear lights? Bobby says,
almost.
Bobby says,
Oh,
I'm
yeah, you
sorry.
know what? I'll catch up with Bobby in private. How about that?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have company doing yard work. I will
Mm.
catch up with you guys. Please take care. Heaps of love from down under. Hugs and kisses. You know that's what those X's and O's are, right?
I did not. Thank you.
Really?
I've been wondering
The
about those
hug.
for a very long time.
The hug is us going like this, so that you're getting the hug. That's the X, and the is the O. That's
Okay.
what XOO is, hugs and kisses.
Thank you
I
for
know
explaining that.
you don't speak human so good, Cassidy,
I'm
but it's
learning.
okay. It's okay. There's a lot of us that have learned how to speak Cassidy, so we'll just translate.
So
Shall I
yeah,
say, I do or say something dumb and makes you laugh? Mission accomplished. Hey, Yoka much? Oh, Drac, mine is too. My brain is a radio station, he says. How many times have I sent you music that was before your time because it was playing in the shower in my brain?
the question though, Drac, is it a Mexican radio?
Vai.
You've never heard the song. Okay. All right. Okay. There's a song, relatively obscure song goes I'm on a Mexican radio. Whoa, whoa. I'm on a Mexican whoa radio. And I think
Wow.
it's supposed to be silly.
That's about as random as it's 30 below. I got something about my truck. I don't give it. Rhymes with duck. And I'm off to the rodeo. Mm,
Ha ha.
mhm.
Oh, he was testing me. Okay. All right.
Okay. Laugh out loud, and most of it I can sing along with. And thank you for getting my mental cue, Cass. It was just going through my head. Awesome.
We call that a bingo.
Bingo. BINGO.
So
Is
yeah,
that all for
in
now, dear lights?
in closing, take the day, think about what you want for yourself, and understand that it's a good day for it. And believe. Don't let them take your belief and substitute it with their doubts. That's all.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I double dog dare you to be brave.
Mm.
If
It's
I
harder
can
than
be
people
brave, you
think.
can be brave.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just a tiny little thing from where?
Wisconsin.
Alcyone?
Oh, opposite
I was
sides of the
born.
universe.
I was born in Kentucky, but I don't feel unlucky.
Mm. And are you
I
known throughout
know.
England and France?
Well, sort of. My great grandfather was. Remember Rollo the Viking? Kind of.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
On your mark.
Good. And that's all for now, dear lights. Thank you so much for joining us. Never forget that you are amazing. You are loved. Be well. Be safe out there. And we will see you on the next show. Bye.
Bye bye.
That's all the time we have for now, dear lights. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like the show, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to visit our website at bleedingviolinstudios.com. Most importantly, don't forget to share the show wherever you feel it's needed. We have so many people to reach, and we are only as strong as our signal. We know the world can be a scary place, but you don't have to face it alone. We love you, everybody. Be safe out there.